Alright, I healed up, I switched my party around. Even though I don't normally start off with my 2 strongest Pokemon in any kind of important battle, I think here, it's justified. Let's go in. Where are all my crew? You wiped them out, every last one. Impossible! One kid took down all those Shadow Pokémon we made? Ugh. In wrecking my factory, you smeared dirt all over my good name and standing. It's friggin' Donkey Kong! You've done it now. I'm steaming mad, and there's no forgiving that, ever. Be prepared to drop! This guy is friggin' Donkey Kong! I mean, just look at him. He, like, hops around, he rolls, he punches his chest, and flexes his muscles. He starts off with Lairon, level 36. Steel Rock type, sturdy for the ability. Protect, Iron Tail, Earthquake. Don't know of a 4th move that this thing has. Once again, I apologize. A lot of sources of incomplete information on movesets. Celio, level 36. Ice Water type, thick fat for the ability. Earthquake, Aurora Beam, Protect, and Water Pulse. Okay, so the reason why I started out like this is that I have immunity to Earthquake on the field right off the bat in my Jinzo. I'm gonna count it doing Protect. Should I count on that? Because Celio does have Earthquake. They both know Protect. Part of me is wondering if I should Thunderbolt on Lairon, but I'm gonna go with this even though it's not very effective. Okay, I was right. Okay. I just like spreading out my attacks when fighting this team just because he's got Protect and Earthquake on a lot of his stuff. Protect Earthquake is this guy's strategy. If you can just deal with that and have immunity to Earthquake on the field at most of the time, you should be okay. That's really all there is to this guy. Next Pokemon, Slowking, level 36, Water Psychic type, own temp over the ability so it can't be confused. Earthquake, Water Pulse, Confusion, Protect. Again, any surprise that it's got those moves. Okay. Light Screen's not really going to be of much help here, so I'm going to go for the Psychic once again, even though it's going to be not very effective. Good, nobody's doing Protect this turn. Actually, I don't know if it's good or bad. Let's see how Slowking stands up to this. It barely survives. Crap, I might be getting hit with an Earthquake this turn, which means that if that's what's going on, then I might not be able to have my Voltaire for much of this fight. That's not very good. Iron Tail. Okay, miss. Water Pulse, okay. For whatever reason, I thought I was gonna go for Confusion on Voltaire, but okay. Makes sense, I'm weak to it. No complaints there. I understand why you made that move, you monkey man. Okay. We'll go for the Bite on Slowking right here. Well, no. We'll go for the Thunderbolt on Lairon, as it's a Rock type and not Ground type, and we'll go for the Ancient Power to finish off Slowking. Okay. Great! Just great. Great. Just great. Okay. A lot of annoying Protects. Okay. Ancient Power should finish him off. There we go. If I could get all stats up, that'd be really nice. Oh, Slowking. It felt painful to beat you. Slowking is actually one of my favorite looking Pokemon, and also one of my childhood favorites. I don't know why. I never really used one in a team, though, but I just always kind of liked how it looked, and I liked its role in the movie, you know? I'm just kind of that guy. Ursaring, level 36, normal type, guts for the ability, Earthquake, Protect, Brick Break, and Slash. This thing is a beast! Seriously, if you can take this thing out quickly, do so. Because this thing hits like a truck. Oh, it's doing Protect. Wow, I'm actually legitimately surprised by that because I thought for sure he'd go for Earthquake on that of all things. Yeah, Ursaring hurts. That Earthquake, that Brick Break, that Slash, all those moves are really, really good for Ursaring. And as such, it really hurts. Also, be forewarned not to hit it with status elements because of that Guts ability. If you do that, it is going to suck for you. Zanga's trying to learn Taunt. I'm gonna not go for that. Okay. Now, what is next? Primeape! Shadow Pokemon. Out of all the fighting types, as of Generation 3, Primeape is the fastest. If you are looking for a fighting type sweeper, look no further than Primeape. The starting moveset consists of Cross Drop and Reversal, which is really not bad. Cross Drop is about as good as you can do. The call command being a constant X accuracy is really helpful for this as well. So if you're looking for a fighting type Pokemon to take care of business and be quick doing it, this is your guy. Now, that being said, Primeape is the 4th fighting type we've come across since getting Zangoose. But the thing is, it's a Shadow Pokemon. It doesn't have a single fighting type attack to use against us. So, really, I don't feel this counts. Even though it is a fighting type defensively, it is not a fighting type offensively. So, even though this might be a little bit controversial, I think I have a valid argument in the fact that it can't use a fighting-type move against you because it's a Shadow Pokemon held by your opponents, as they will only use Shadow moves when they are like that. So for that reason, I'm not going to count that one. And now his last Pokemon, Hypno. Hypno is a Shadow Pokemon. Now before getting into that, I didn't mention Primeape's moveset is Shadow Storm and Shadow Rush. Hypno, however, is kind of a mediocre at best psychic type, if I may be brutally honest. Its biggest stat is Special Defense. Formerly, its biggest stat was Special before the two stats were split back in Gen 1. And the thing is, it was not a kind change to Hypno. It has Psychic and Shadow Ball in its starting moveset, which is kind of nice, I suppose, because it's got equal attack and special attack. It has Baton Pass, so if you want to pass those Meditates onto something else, you can do that from the start, and it doesn't learn Baton Pass normally. So for those of you looking for good exclusive moves, Hypno has at least got a nice one in Baton Pass. Personally, I'm sure that a lot of competitive players would agree with me, but just as many would disagree with me. If you ask me, I consider Baton Pass a candidate for being the best move in all of Pokemon. It can be tough to pull it off all the time, but if you can do it, man, it's awesome. I have always loved Baton Passes. I mean, heck, Baton Pass is pretty much the whole reason why Ninjask is so overpowered. I mean, if you can get off a Speed Boost and a Swords Dance and then just pass that on to anything else, anything at all, basically, that makes sense to pass it to, you've got it, man. That is an awesome way. That's an awesome thing that I always really like doing, is just using that to pass 2 attack and 2 speed onto another Pokemon. Always been a favorite of mine. Anyway, we do that. Go for the Ancient Power, and I think we're good to start chucking balls at this guy's 2 Pokemon. Now, this is part of the reason why I got so frustrated at the fact that if you snag Pokemon, you have to give them back if you lose the battle. Because in the Pokemon canon, typically when you catch anything, it instantly gets transported to the PC. So you can't really make the argument, unless it's in your party, that they're going to take their Pokemon back from you because you have no Pokemon to defend yourself with. I can understand that argument being brought up like at first glance though, but I can't say that I really agree with that long term. Aside from that, there's also the fact that in Coliseum, that didn't happen. As a kid, I lost to bosses in Coliseum, and I still had their Shadow Pokemon, and they had another Pokemon to replace it when I rematched them. It was not a rule in Coliseum, but it is here. So, yeah, that's why I'm not really a fan of it, because it's inconsistent, and it just kind of bugs me. Alright, so we're going to throw out Zangoose and Billy Bob, and I think I'm good to start throwing Pokeballs. Alright, Hypno, we're going for you first. You may not be paralyzed, but I got a good feeling about this. Let's do it! Hand pops out, grabs you, brings you back into my Pokeball. Pokeball? Sounds like a vegetarian type of Pokeball. 1, 2, damn it. 2. 1, 2, 3. And now that we've caught Primeape, kids, say it with me. How many postcards did Ash send in to get that hat? About 1 million! How many postcards did Misty send in to get that hat? 1! How many postcards did Mankey/Primeape send in to get that hat? Absolutely none! I am such a geek. Sorry, I just always liked that joke as a kid. I'm gonna be honest with you, several turns have passed, and the hardest thing I have had to do in this fight was not actually fight his team. His core team was really, really not hard. I took them down without breaking a sweat. Catching this Hypno, on the other hand, and surviving its attacks every turn has gotten me down to my last Pokemon. No, I'm not kidding. Look at this. I got my stash out, but yeah, I'm using Gene at this point. It has been that nuts to catch this dang Hypno. I'm to the point where I'm actually having to use potions just to keep myself alive to outlast it because it's been breaking out of so many dang balls. Okay, gonna throw another timer ball because I really don't want to lose this. 1, 2, 3. Lord Arceus above! Thank you for making that catch. Ah. Oh god! Even did Donkey Kong's death animation. Okay. What do you say now, Gorigan? Feeling inferior? Ooh, ah. That's it. You're not getting away with this. No way, no how, no ifs or buts. I'm not taking this. I'll blow up the factory with you in it. Whoa! Gorigan, that is quite enough, except that you have lost. Master Greevil. Oh, we meet again. You do remember me, don't you? Yes, indeed, I am Mr. Varric, or perhaps I should say Greevil, the Grand Master of Cipher. I must say I am taken aback. I never once imagined that you would destroy our factory. But that's not important. Even though the mass output of Shadow Pokémon has ended, our planet itself is unharmed. We have already completed XD001's final tuning. It now rests with me. XD001, the ultimate Shadow Pokémon that was resistant to purification? Now, I shall prepare our final plan to activate XD001. Do you honestly think you can stop me? I shall be at Cipher's HQ. It is on Citadark Isle, off the coast of Gation Port. It is an impregnable fortress that repels all with cruel waves and thick clouds. No one can reach it. Come if you dare. I'll enjoy waiting for you. Ho ho ho! Yeah, Master Greevil has such a wicked sense of humor. No ordinary ship can get close because of rough seas. And even if you do manage to get on the island, the place will be swarming with trainers carrying the Shadow Pokémon I made. Even though there should be a lot more Shadow Pokémon. XD001 didn't drop that ship in the desert. We wouldn't have taken so long tuning the Shadow Pokémon. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. There's plenty of Shadow Pokémon to welcome you in style. How many are there? I can't tell you that. If I did, it'd floor you. It's just a matter of time before the world belongs to us. You'd better be ready for it.